So this is one we're going to look at, section 2.1, number 8, where the problem we're given is x over 2 plus 6x over 7 is equal to 19/14. And we're told to test out 4 particular values for x, or input value, and check and see if they give us legitimate solution. So the first one is x is equal to -2. Okay? So what we do is everywhere where there's an x, we replace it with a -2. Right? So this is going to be -2 over 2 plus 6 times -2 over 7. Okay? Now I want to check and see if we get 19/4. We don't want to make that assumption. Okay? So -2 over 2 is -1. 6 times -2 is -12 over 7. Okay? Now we want to look and see if we get 19/14. We have a 7 here. Okay? So if I go 7 on the top and the bottom, multiply by 1 by 7 over 7, this is going to be -7 over 7 minus 12 over 7. 7 and 12 is -19/7. Okay? Which is not equal to -19/14. First off, it's negative. We do have the 19, but we don't have the 14 on the bottom. Right? This is not equal to 19/14. Right? So A doesn't satisfy our criteria. Okay? Let's check B. B is x is equal to 1. So everywhere where there's an x, we replace it with a 1. We're going to get 1/2 plus 6 times 1 over 7. Okay? All right, now to add these things up, we need a common denominator, which means that we need to multiply our 1/2 by 7 on the top and the bottom. This, we're going to have to multiply by 2 on the top and the bottom. Okay? All right, so 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 6 times 1 times 2 is 12. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 plus 12, since we have a common denominator, we can just add them up. 7 plus 12 is 19. So we get 19/14, and so yes, B will work. Okay. The next one, Cx is equal to 1/2. Okay. Okay. So now everywhere there's an x, we replace it with a 1/2. So we're going to get 1/2 over 2 plus 6 times 1/2 over 7. Okay? All right, now fractions, we don't want those on the top, but if the fraction is on the top, we're going to get 1/2 times, we're left with the 1 that we always have everywhere, times 1/2, plus 6 times 1/2. Well, 6 is 2 times 3. And we have a 2 on the top and the bottom, so those 2's will cancel out, leaving us with a 3 on the top and a 7 on the bottom. Okay? 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus our 3/7. Okay? Now we need a common denominator. So here, the 1/4, we would have to multiply top and bottom by 7. Here, we'd have to multiply top and bottom by 4. Okay? So we're going to get a 7 times a 1, which is 7. 7 times a 4, 7 times 4 is 28. Okay? 4 times 3 is 12. 7 times 4 is 28. Okay? Now, when we add these things up, since we have a common denominator, we have a 7 on the top and a 12 on the top. That makes 19, 28, and a 28 is 28. Well, it's common denominator. 19/28 is not equal to 19/14. So C also will not work. Okay. Now to check our last one, dx is equal to 7. Okay. If x is equal to 7, we're going to get, we're going to replace x's with 7s. We're going to get 7 over 2 plus 6 times 7 over 7. Okay. Now, if we have a multiplication and it appears on the top and the bottom, multiplication and division play nice, so that'll cancel out. So leaving us with a 1 on the bottom here. So we're going to get 7 halves plus 6 over 1. If we want to add these things up, we need a common denominator, right? Well, we don't have a problem with the 1, but we have a problem with the 2. So if we multiply by 2 over 2, which is our hidden 1, we're going to get 7 halves plus 6 times 2 is 12 halves. 7 plus 12 is 19. Our common denominator is 2. So we have 19 halves. 19 halves is not equal to 19 14ths. Okay, so that one also doesn't work. So the only one that ends up working is the b, x is equal to 1.